Yahoo Fantasy Football defense. We're going to talk about team defenses, who you should take, who you shouldn't take, give our thoughts on each of the defenses in the league, and we'll just get started. Who's the top-rated defense according to Yahoo?
Well, top-rated defense and the first pick in every mock draft I've engaged in for defense is the Jets, for good reason.
Yeah, they have excellent tools at each position. They're minded to win games with defense. This is a team that could actually routinely get you 10 to 20 points on the defensive side.
Yeah, and this defense is going in mock drafts as early as the 4th round.
That might be a little high as far as I'm concerned.
I'm just saying some people have been picking it, but
yeah, definitely a great pick.
Minnesota's next up.
No, I think the Lions are better, the Bears are better, the Packers are better. I think the Minnesota defense suffers. They have great tools. They have great tools to sack your quarterback, but their secondary is always suspect.
Their secondary is very suspect.
And I think they get lit up in a few games too. And you can try to take them on the fact that they'll probably get a lot of tackles and some sacks, but you might be better off on a week-to-week basis going to somebody else because you lose all those points if they give up so many points.
Yeah. Green Bay, great option for defense.
They have Dom Capers as the defensive coordinator. He's one of the best defensive coordinators of all time. I think that Green Bay is an excellent pick. Maybe not second or third, but still a great defensive squad.
Yeah. Pittsburgh and Baltimore are 4 and 5.
They're one and the same almost every season. They're both great defensive squads. The Steelers might struggle a little bit defensively because they're going to
be on the field more often.
Right. But I still like them. In the later rounds of the draft.
Yeah, I really like Baltimore. Baltimore's defense is excellent, and I think nobody's going to be ashamed of having that one. I had Green Bay's last year, for the record, and it won me games.
Yeah.
Lots of games.
Yeah. You didn't win a lot of games. What are you talking about?
Oh, of the games that I won.
So like by a lot you mean all.
I'm going to hit you with this computer in a minute. As soon as we're done making this video, I'm breaking the computer over your head.
Man. It's okay.
And then I'm choke slamming you through your stool.
Oh no! Choke slam.
Anyway, we got Philadelphia up at number 6.
They've always been a really good defensive squad. There are some matchups though where I don't know if you would want to start them. Some of their NFC East rivals are going to be really good on offense. Mm-hmm. They could be a problem for you, but when they go outside of the division, they could
Dallas,
be safe.
notably.
Dallas, if the Giants are not as bad as I think they are, the Giants have offensive weapons that could take them down.
Yeah.
And the Redskins, you never know with Donovan McNabb coming in there.
San Francisco.
They're a great defensive squad. I might even move them up a little bit higher. They're going to be playing the Rams twice, which is always good.
Yeah.
If the Cardinals do struggle at quarterback, this is definitely a defensive squad you'll want. Patrick Willis leads the way with this defensive team, too, so whatever he does, you benefit from as the owner of the San Francisco defense. So I like them this high in the order. I even like them maybe ahead of a Minnesota or a Philadelphia.
Right on. Well, we got the Giants defense here, and then Dallas.
The Giants are going to be good on defense. They always are. They're structured to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys defense, I think, is going to step up. They're going to be asked to play less because the offense, I think, is going to be successful. And I think that benefits the Cowboys defense.
They've got a few pieces missing last year than a few pieces missing this year than they had from last year. Flazell Adams, for example, is gone, but that doesn't mean they're going to.
I think the Cowboys are still going to be a good defensive team.
Yeah. New Orleans, not really known for their defense.
New Orleans, they have a good defense because they force takeaways. They force a lot of takeaways. They force fumbles, things of that nature. But they don't necessarily keep teams from scoring. And when you're talking about Atlanta and Carolina, especially, these are teams that could run up a lot of points on the Saints, who are also going to have a tougher schedule than they had last year too, which could hurt the Saints.
Yeah, certainly. Miami.
Good defensive unit. I think at this point you're going to be looking for a team that's consistently keeping other teams out of the end zone, not necessarily getting you a lot of takeaways. You might also be one of those people who want to play the matchups, and in that case, take Miami and then take another defense and
switch
keep
them up.
Two defenses and then switch it up throughout the season. till either one emerges as the clear favorite every week, or balance it out based on who's playing.
Right. We've got San Diego and Indianapolis next, both high-profile quarterback-driven offensive teams that are not known for their defense.
Well, yeah, the Chargers don't necessarily keep people out of the end zone, and neither do the Colts.
Right.
But they're high-profile. They do force takeaways. They do get sacks, things of that nature. So they're still valuable.
On the Colts, you've got Dwight Freeney, you've got Robert Mathis. If those guys step up, then I think we'll be okay.
And I think their defensive backs actually do a semi-decent job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see. Cincinnati, Tennessee, Arizona. Those are the
Arizona's
next
a great defense. I think they're a sleeper defense. They
we
were actually ranked really high
in the
last
offseason, though.
They did, but they have
a
defensive-minded coach in Ken Wisenhunt, who I think is bringing in pieces to play his defense.
I hope so.
So I think Arizona could be a sleeper pick as a defensive option lower in the draft.
Chicago.
I don't like any of the... I like the Packers because they force takeaways, but I don't really like the defenses in the NFC North because I do think this is going to be an offensive-minded division for the first time in a long time.
That's entirely possible, but keep in mind that Bears, we've got Peppers in now. We paid a lot of money for him.
And he's going to be lined up in a position to get more sacks than he has in Carolina.
And Urlacher's healthy. So that's going to be really good for us.
I personally think Urlacher is past his prime, but there's a lot of people who argue with me on that.
He's still a beast on defense.
I think they have the potential to be a breakout lower in your draft.
Yeah, at this point, you're mostly going to be looking for backups, probably Denver.
Matchups.
Yeah, New England, Denver, Carolina.
New England could be great some weeks.
Yeah. Carolina can be as well, although obviously the loss of Peppers is going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
No.
Atlanta.
Atlanta's not very great. Not one of the teams you think of when you think defense.
Tampa Bay, Houston, Seattle, Cleveland, Kansas City, Washington, Oakland, Detroit, St. Louis, and then
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jacksonville got Aaron Campman. He's going to be the focal point of the defense, but I would stay away from them anyway.
Yeah.
Play the matchups. If you're down this far in the group as far as picking a defense, play
the matchups.
Don't be afraid to cut a defense, even though they had 2 straight great weeks. Cut them, pick up somebody who's going to be good. Don't go with Jacksonville because they had 2 great weeks and then go, well, I can't cut them. They're great now. No, because they're not going to stay great.
Because they might be great against, the Lions, but...
Yeah, so, play the matchups.